All right, so we were talking about the tests. The tests, I'm just going to I'll show you how to submit homework. You submit the test the same way. All right, and so there's the first test. Let's see, when is that? That's going to be the week of the 20th of June, and then the next week, week 4, you'd have two homeworks. Of course, always due on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, 10 o'clock at night. And then your chapter challenge is always due before that on the Thursday. And the reason for that, by the way, is just to get in all 9 chapter challenges. All right, and so there's, of course, July 4th is a holiday. Then we're going to, you can just look at all this. Notice we have an essay due. I'll show you how to submit the essay. All that is on Blackboard. All right, so let's actually go back to Blackboard. Let's see, scroll over. We'll go back to our home page. The page. All right, so this should be the first page that you see. Again, I'm going to get rid of that. So what you do is you're just going to go into this folder that says Summer B, the weekly lectures, homeworks, and online chapter challenges. So let's take a quick look at week 1. And so I have all of them displayed. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep them all so that you can see them. I might do that just in case people want to get ahead. Let's say that you're going to go on a family vacation or something like that during the summer. Whoops. All right, so this is what you see in week 1. Notice there's the lecture and homework 1, lecture and homework 2, and chapter challenge 1. Let's take a look at chapter challenge 1. Notice that's due Thursday. Okay, so that's the yeah. All right, so we'll take a look at it. This is it. Basically, there's several videos that you can look at. Here, let me move over. And these are basically chapter 1 things. Chapter challenge 1, and it usually give a little description of what the chapter challenge is about. And notice there's some instructions here, round to one place past the decimal for numeric answers. And so you click on that, and that'll take you to chapter challenge 1. So that's completely done online. That's done the exact same way that it's done in the spring and the fall semester. All right. So what's different for you guys? Let's go back to the. I guess I should have just gone back one. What's different? Sorry, let's get back to week 1. So here's week 1. Is the the online content, the online nature of this is going to be complete. I'm going to just do the lectures online. Okay, so the first one, I haven't put the videos in here yet, but they're going to be there soon. But for example, here's the first homework set. Okay, can you see that? And then it shows all the homeworks. So this is from from our textbook. PE stands for parallel exercises, and so we have some the group A ones right there on page 24, and then there's the next chapter, page 59 through 60 are these parallel exercises. Notice the one thing I should mention is these group A ones are the answers are in the back of the book. There will be some group B ones just to make sure that you really understand the material. And then notice with each of these homework assignments, so see where it's underlined, you're going to want to submit the homework right there. So let's go into that. Let's make sure that you understand that, because you might not have ever used Blackboard in this manner. I always provide a a Word document. You don't have to use the Word document. That's totally up to you. Some people like to do these kind of, since these are, mathematical, or some of them are mathematical, some people would rather use just a piece of paper and write stuff on it. That's perfectly acceptable. And if you do it that way, if you're going to do all these problems and just write them down on write the answers down on a piece of paper, and you can. By the way, showing me some work is always a good thing. You don't have to, but it helps me get a sense of how you're doing. Anyhow, if you do it on a piece of paper, you can always just scan in that piece of paper. That's fine. Take a picture of it with your cell phone, as long as I can read it once you've submitted it. Okay, so let's get to the submission part. What you're going to do once you're done, either you've done it on the Word document, that's fine. Here's the Word document. So this is just something, let's say I downloaded this from Blackboard and I completed all the assignment. Obviously, I didn't really do that here, but this is actually on a folder on my computer. All right, so we go back to Blackboard. So once you're ready, now it won't actually let me submit it all the way. It kind of pretends, just because of my role in this class is the instructor. All right, so what you're going to do, there's actually several options. Is you come down here and you can, probably the easiest thing to do is to, if it's on a file. Let's say, that Word document that I mentioned, it doesn't have to be. Let's say you did it by hand and you scanned it in, or you took a picture of it and made a JPEG. That's fine. A Blackboard can see all of that. Okay, so, or you can actually even just, submit it under this comments section. All right, or just click write a submission, and you can just paste all the text. All right, so let's say I'm going to go back to the Word document that I just showed you. That's already on my computer. So I'm going to click Browse My Computer. I mean, this is, I don't know what this is. All right, so this is under TJ Stuff. This is just on my computer. Summer 2016. There's Physics 250, and here's the homework. All right, so this is that fake homework that, let's say I pretended that I completed it. So you just select it, say open, and there it is. And notice you can see once you submit it, you can actually see the attachment. So here's a really, really important part, is just click submit. Now I'm going to do it, but it'll give me like an error message. But when you do it, it'll actually submit whatever is in that file. So whether it's a JPEG or a Word document or a PDF file, it doesn't really matter. So you make sure that you can click submit. That's really important. Forget this save as draft, because you can submit as many times as you wish. Okay, preferably before the due date. So let me click submit just to complete this process. It probably won't. It gives see, there's a little error message because. But here's the thing: once you've submitted it, you guys can go back. It won't let me do it, because that's not what I do. That's not my role in the class. But you can actually go back, and I strongly suggest you do this, especially if you scanned in your homework. You can go back, and there'll be like a file right here that you just submitted, and you can open it up yourself. And basically, when you open it up, whatever you see, I see as well. So here, let's go back to this. So it's always good to just kind of preview what you've submitted. And as I said, you can go back. Hopefully it's before the due date. Remember, don't go past 1 week past the due date, because then the homework grade is a 0, and I don't want anybody to have a 0. So you can go back here and click again. You can submit again, and I'll see each submission. And the way I've set it up on all of these homework assignments and everything else, the tests, the chapter challenges, is that the only one that is recorded is the highest grade. So, maybe you submitted something and you clicked submit and you didn't mean to click submit and there's no answers at all or something like that, then, that doesn't count. As long as you clicked something, you've clicked and sent something else in there, right? In other words, you've completed the homework, a second submission or a third submission, something like that. So let's take a look again at week 1. Here's homework 2. This is also due by Sunday. Excuse me. So this is the next homework assignment. So notice this one has some what are called questions for thought. So these will ask you to kind of think about a problem, and maybe sometimes it's just like a little definition or something like that. Now, and these problems, a lot of them are similar to each other, and so what I generally will do is I will be looking at the homeworks and I'll try to have at least one example of each type, right? If there's one that's energy, for example, or one that not in this chapter here, but if there's one that's free fall motion or something like that, and then there's another one that deals with Newton's second law of motions, I'll have examples of each. Okay, so again, each homework assignment, there's this file right here. It's a Word document. You can use that, or you can do it by hand. If you do it by hand, make sure I can read it once you've submitted. And remember, you can submit as many times as you want. And of course, only submit homework 2. I think this is obvious, but it needs to be said. Only homework 2 goes here. Okay, don't submit homework 1 there. That will not, I won't count that. I'll count it as a 0 because it's not in the right folder, okay? Not to be mean or anything, it's just to keep things organized. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And for the rest of it, I haven't, if you look at these other weeks, I don't have the actual homework assignments yet. Well, not quite yet. But the chapter challenges are all there. So you could, if you wanted to, do week 2's chapter challenge, you got done with week 1's and you feel like doing week 2's. See, this, here's where it says this covers chapter 1 material. And so, all right, let's see. Actually, I want to see what I have in here for homework 3. I don't think I've. Yeah, so this is stuff these are PowerPoints I'll be talking about and in future videos. All right, and of course there'll be a homework assignment there which is not there right yet. I do have them, I just haven't submitted them onto Blackboard yet. All right, and let me think, is there anything else?